Hey guys, this is Adam from dodjit.com and this is your video briefing for Monday the 11th of May 2009. What a rally. I don't think anything is going to stop this rally, and if you're asking my opinion, is this rally going to continue forever? Well, of course not. Basically what's happening is that we've passed all the major data last week. We had the stress test coming out, we had rate decisions coming out from Europe, from Australia and from the Bank of England, and in addition to that we got the NFP result on Friday, which showed better than expected result. I was hoping for something a little bit better, especially as we received the ADP results a couple of days beforehand. So I think it was already priced into the market that the results were going to come out slightly better than expected. If you look though, overall, a lot of jobs being cut at the moment and employment is fairly high. We're talking about an 8.9% level. So that's something we've got to take into consideration. What's happening at the moment? Well, basically, if you're in the trend, I hope you're making a lot of money. If you're not in the trend, I wouldn't rush into the trend so much at the moment, because if you look carefully at the chart, we can see that we've really been rallying since the beginning of March. And what I am expecting, I think a lot of technical traders along this journey, along this way up, I think they were expecting a nice pullback, and we didn't really receive that. And what's happening now is that we've broken this major resistance level, we've climbed higher, and now we're reaching the top of our clutter area. You can see this clutter area all around here, this massive area around here. Now if you take into consideration we've got also resistance of our 200 moving average, things don't look like they might break through immediately. And what I'm thinking is we might receive a slight pullback now around these areas. Again, we received all the data, it came out last week, and basically what happened is like this. Everyone was concentrating on last week's data. Everyone was saying to themselves, oh wow, NFP results are going to come out, and if the bank tests are not good, then what's going to happen, and we're probably going to receive then a market correction. And basically nothing really happened, and it was all priced into the market. And what I'm looking now is like this. If we've now passed a major unemployment result, we've got these stress tests out the way, what's stopping the market from rallying at the moment? And what's stopping it from rallying even further? So what I'm looking at the moment is like this. Yeah, we seem to be heading higher. I'm still looking for this nice pullback, so I'm going to be able to enter some nice swing positions, but looks like we've overcome all of the major data. And yeah, we've got Bernanke's statement today. He's going to comment about the stress results and stuff like that. But then again, you know, after Friday's session, I don't think we're going to receive any individual piece of data that's going to spark suddenly, you know, a major drop in the indices. So what I'm looking at the moment is like this. We've got major resistance of our 200 moving average. We've got the 1000 mark that is going to act as a major resistance level. We've also got all this clutter around here. So basically, if you're in the trade at the moment, keep an eye out on those two levels. If you're not in the trade, I would wait for a pullback. I want to flip over now to the Forex market. I just want to show you some things, because also certain currency pairs have just been showing amazing rallies. We've even posted a few of them, especially on the Australian dollar. Let's just flip over to that for a second. Now what I have here is the Australian dollar against the US dollar. We can see we've really rallied high. It's just been amazing. We've been forming these kind of like swing patterns in this trend going up roughly around here. We've now reached the top of the trend line, but I think if we're going to receive overall momentum, I think if the US stock markets are going to continue higher today, we could probably see some further gains on this, especially as at the moment we still have to fill in this gap, and we've come so close to it already that I don't think we're not going to fill it in. In addition to that, we've got this strong support level around here which could act as resistance. We can see that our trend line is actually coinciding with our resistance level, so we might receive some ranging around this area and then a bounce higher or something like that. Again, it really depends how the US markets are going to continue forward. If we're going to receive continued momentum from Friday's session, so then obviously on this pair as well, we're going to just continue to soar higher. So basically, if you're in this trade at the moment, well done. If you took it on the break, I'm talking about this break roughly around here, and you got faked out, around here. So we did come back down, but we did head back higher. This was a little bit of a problematic trade because we did get faked out completely around this level. I was thinking we were going to head higher, but then we just retraced back down. We can see some nice Fibonacci retracements around this area, just continued higher. So if you did take this trade, well done. Keep an eye out on these levels. I'm talking about the 0.79 area. If you're not in the trade, I wouldn't rush into it at the moment. I would wait for a pullback. Next currency pair I want to show you is the US dollar against the Canadian dollar. Now this also has been amazing. Now the reason why we're receiving all this strength and clear now trends is because basically if we look at the dollar index, and we're going to just bring that up in a second, we can see that there's been overall dollar weakness across the board. So this is really affecting all of the different currency pairs. We're receiving a lot of breakouts on all the different things, but we are now coming close to resistance levels, support levels on certain things, and a lot of the currencies at the moment are showing really, really overbought or oversold conditions. If we just look at this one here, we can see we smashed through resistance around here. We're now on a resistance of 1.1478. Now, check this out. If we break this level and we receive a clear break around here, look how far down we can really go. Now, the problem that I'm looking at the moment is like this. Yeah, we could receive a nice break, but then again, we could receive a fake out. And the reason for that is because, again, all of our currency pairs, including the stock market, they're really overbought at the moment. Now, like I stated just a second ago, even though we've passed all the major data coming out and it doesn't really look like anything's going to stop us from continuing higher, I am expecting a pullback. Profit taking is going to have to take place at one point, and when that happens, we're probably going to receive a nice pullback, which will then allow us to enter onto the trend. Last chart that I want to show you is the US dollar index chart. Now, we normally talk about this dollar index chart. And basically what it is, it's an index that's measured against 6 major currency pairs, and it's calculated according to this really complicated equation. And basically we're not really interested in the equation itself. What we're interested in is how the US dollar index reacts. And what we were talking about for a while is we were talking about this break of this trend line support level, and we did break it last week. We didn't receive much of an astonishing break during the week, and that was really expected because of the NFP results coming out on Friday. Look at this candle on Friday. This is amazing. We smashed below the 84 level. We were talking about 84 as a support level. We smashed below it. We've come now up to this support area roughly around here. Doesn't look good for the dollar at the moment. We could receive a slight pullback like we're talking on all the major currency pairs at the moment, but it does look like the risk for appetite is increasing in the market. If you're not in any trades at the moment, wait for the pullback. If you are in, just remember to take those profits. Hope you enjoyed the video. This is Adam from dodjit.com.